getting as many people vaccinated as possible, as quickly as possible, is the best bet for curbing this pandemic. Justin Chandler covers the Niagara region for Ontario Hubs, and he's got a story this week about an innovative way to administer those jabs much more quickly than usual. He's in Hamilton and joins us now to explain. Hey, Justin.
Hey there.
All right, so we are going to be talking about Hockey Hubs. Has nothing to do with the ongoing NHL playoffs. Just want to make sure we get that out of the way. We have an illustration I want to pull up. Can you tell us what we are looking at and what exactly is this Hockey Hub model?
Right. This is a diagram that Grey Bruce's public health unit put together. And what it's showing here is a standard size hockey arena, the type that you would see in many communities across Ontario. And what it's showing is how you can set up a big vaccination clinic inside one of these. And so this model called the Hockey Hub model that's because it's often set up in arenas like this, and it's designed to work well in them, given that's a common space. And so what you're seeing there is a setup where instead of people going to vaccinators in a situation where maybe you come into a clinic, you sit, you wait in a room, you go to where you can get your shot, you go to another spot. This is a situation where people are coming in, they're sitting down in those big lines that you saw, and vaccinators are coming to them. So they're in these little pods. There's a person with their jabs on a cart. They've got another person with them who's doing data entry, making sure that they've documented your consent for the vaccine, and they're just going around in rings like that. And the idea is that it's a lot faster than the traditional model.
How did this idea come about?
So Dr. Ian Era, who's the medical officer of health for Grey Bruce, said that it's something that he's been thinking about for a long time. And he's the one that you can see on the right in the image there next to Dr. Lawrence Lowe in Brampton. And so what he decided was that as he was thinking about trying to get a better model for the pandemic and trying to get faster vaccinations, he went back to this old idea that he'd had. And so he told me that on Christmas Eve this year, he put his 3-year-old daughter to bed and he lined up her stuffed animals. And he practiced going through and seeing if he could simulate getting consent and doing an injection within 30 seconds. And he was able to do that. And so that was the proof of concept that he took to his team when he said, hey, I think that this Hockey Hub model could work for us, and here's how I know it. Because we can do vaccines at this accelerated rate, and we can go person to person to person, 30 seconds each, and just move around like that. And we'll be able to get people shots a lot faster than we currently can in a traditional clinic.
I got to imagine that's the first time a medical lead has used children's toys to sort of get a strategy in getting mass vaccinations. That's very interesting. Now, you and I both live in Hamilton, and I'm going to talk about sort of my experience about getting my vaccine. My second shot was done at the First Ontario Centre. I lined up in one queue, sat down, got a ticket, went and got into another line, sat down until I got my shot. I thought it went fairly quickly. It seemed to be about 45 minutes all in all. How does this method, the Hockey Hub sort of model, differ from this model, and how is it actually beneficial?
Yeah, I actually asked Hamilton about theirs, and they said that they are happy with their current model. They're not planning to switch to Hockey Hub despite being aware of it. But what Dr. Era said, he gave me some figures. So one person can vaccinate up to 70 people per hour in this Hockey Hub model, as opposed to 6 to 10 people per hour in a traditional vaccination clinic, which means that about 5 people can do maybe 4,000, maybe more shots, depending on how many lines you have and how many people you've got going. You can actually scale this up and do even more. So for example, in Peel, they were able to do a test a couple weeks ago and get something like 5,700 shots administered in one day. It's also considerably less expensive. Part of this model relies on downloading some tasks from clinical professionals to volunteers. So you've got somebody who's giving the dose, but someone else is taking care of education and registration, and often they can be volunteers. So that means that with this model, it costs about $6,000 per 1,000 vaccines, as opposed to $26,000 per 1,000 vaccines. So what you're seeing now there is that's a picture of a Cayuga clinic where they've set this up. So in Norfolk County, and you can see they've got 3 lines. And in Cayuga, they were able to go from doing 450 shots a day to doing 1,500 shots a day once they were able to set up that Hockey Hub.
Now, you mentioned Cayuga, which is just south of Hamilton. Are there any other places that this model is being used in Ontario?
So they've been able to use it a little bit in Sudbury, and then throughout Grey Bruce, they're using it in different locations. I'm not sure how many other people in Ontario are using it, because it could be the case that they're using it in some clinics but not over, and I haven't been able to do a full survey of the province. But I know as far away as New Zealand, they were calling Dr. Era to ask him about it. Morden, Manitoba is one that he cited that he knows is using it. So it is a model that people are familiar with and has caught on in several places.
And from what I understand, it's actually got the interest of people who are looking to get vaccines as well, traveling far and wide to come to these clinics as well.
Yes, well, that's also because they've been able to open up so many more. So Sarah Page, who's the EMS chief in Norfolk and the vaccine rollout lead for Haldeman Norfolk, what she told me was that because of the Hockey Hub and because of how many shots they've been able to administer, they were able to load a lot more appointments. So that meant that a couple weeks ago, when tons of people in Toronto were suddenly eligible for shots and couldn't get them in the city, they were seeing available appointments in Cayuga, and they were able to go there to get their shots.
Very interesting. Now, you had mentioned a little bit earlier that Hamilton has decided not to go with this model. Obviously, we're in a push to get everyone vaccinated. Why aren't all regions sort of adopting this version?
So there could be a few different reasons. Niagara actually gave me a very fulsome response for why their health unit's not doing it. And what Dr. Hirji wrote to me was that part of the reason is that, number one, they're already well into their rollout. He said that with the stay-at-home order, they hadn't been able to actually go and observe this model in action. And at this point, it wouldn't really be worth changing it for them. But there could also be some philosophical reasons. So in Niagara, they don't actually like the idea that clinicians aren't doing some of the education and the documented consent. They say that if they were to use this model, and they still plan to study it more, but if they were to adopt it, they would want to change that, and they would want to have the clinician doing more of those activities.
My only tweak to this model is that after you wait your 15 minutes, I would hope that we can lace up some skates and actually go skating afterwards, but we can add that to the next model. Justin, this is some great stuff. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The Agenda with Steve Paikin is made possible through generous philanthropic contributions from viewers like you. Thank you for supporting TVO's journalism.